Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala Nabi Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. We praise Allah and ask His peace and His blessings upon His servant and His messenger Muhammad, His descendants, His companions, and upon all the righteous. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we lost a dear friend in Jordan, Habib Dengle, whose son is on a few of the Islamic online educational sites. And we want to make dua for him. And we read something that really kind of, you read a lot of stuff and you hear a lot of things, but they don't always hit the mark at the time that you're hearing or reading them. But then there's some things that hit you and you say, okay, this is me. I need to do something. And this was in the book Wayfarers to God by Sheikh Jafri. And he makes this beautiful point that I've read the book so many times. And, as I said, it some things hit the mark. And this point that he made was on sincerity and perfecting one's worship. And a lot of times we're looking at our worship and we're thinking on the outer aspects of it. Am I standing right? Am my hands right? Or do I know these ayats that I'm reciting? So it's more external perfection. And we sometimes forget about the inner aspects of the Salah. And the biggest one of them is sincerity. And he mentioned this in regards to concerning ourselves with the act of worship being accepted. We do these acts, and for how many years have we done them? Over and over again, we do them. And what he said about our predecessors, the Salafus Salih, was that they were more concerned about the act of worship being accepted than the act itself, which is very different from, my interactions. I won't say yours, but mine is that you think about getting these things done in a day. I got so much dhikr to do. I got so much reading Quran to do. I got so much salats and sunnah salats, and I got to get this in before this time. And now that they're going to put the clocks back, that's just going to speed everything up now. So you got to condense and try to get everything in. But a lot of times it escapes us to get it in with sincerity and quality and, seeking this relationship of closeness with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is the point that really hit me, was the fact that he said, when the act is accepted by Allah, He then sends nur into the heart, which in turn purifies the heart. A lot of times we're thinking, I gotta scrub the heart like I scrub for wudu or wash for wudu, but this is not. This is all in Allah's control. And I'm not going to get there until these acts of worship are done with sincerity in the effort to draw near to Him. So I can be working like a beaver for 50, 60, 70 years and never hit this mark of trying to get this sincerity in my heart so that Allah will accept. And one act of worship that Allah accepts is, like the atomic bomb going off. I mean, it's not that it's going to destroy things. It's just the power of that on the rest of what you're doing, subhanAllah. So this is what we got from this book, Wayfarers to Allah, one of my favorite Sufi books, if you want to call it a Sufi book. It's one of the books that if you want to straighten yourself out, this is the book to straighten yourself out. Not that it's better than the Quran. Nothing is better than the Quran, purifying the heart. But the language and the way that it's set will be a great help. So even though you can't find it on the market now, you have to go online, I think, and maybe get a PDF or something. But nonetheless, his point, if you're able to connect with just this one point, sincerity, which in turn will not cause, but by it, Allah will, by His mercy, grant you this nur that then will purify your heart. And once the heart is purified, subhanAllah, we've arrived. And this is the arrival that we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we ask Allah for this, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our brother Habib, and that He make his grave spacious, and that He give him Jannah Firdaus. And surely we testify to the fact that he was a beautiful, sincere, and just a beautiful person. Oh Allah, we thank You for letting us have him for the time that we had him. And we say Al-Fatiha for him. Al-Fatiha. Allahumma wa bihamdik wa ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.